Yes, so, you're putting me under pressure now. These are things that I haven't approved in the household to discuss in the streets. But I mean, we are here now.
Welcome to the Learner Husband Podcast. This is the podcast where we chat about everything that you wish came with a how-to manual. My name is Stuart Taylor. I'm a comedian, full-time and a part-time learner husband. Basically, I am not here to give you advice. I'm just here to ask questions and take notes. Because listen, man, I want to be a more confident husband. So I figured I must chat to the man who's got more confidence than anyone else. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jason Goliath.
What an intro. The man has got more confidence than anyone else.
Am I wrong, bro? I don't know if you just fake it well, my friend, but you arrive there just with the confidence of confidences.
It's because I like it. I think it's because I like it. I think it's because I chose it, and I think, unlike most of my friends, I got married when I knew who I was. My brothers, they got married at 25. You didn't know who you were at 25.
Yes.
I got married at 38. You know exactly who you are when you're 38. You may not know what you want, but you know exactly who you are. You know exactly what you don't want.
Jason Goliath, we're gonna pick your brain now and walk out of this podcast more confident than any husband had ever been. That's the goal.
If you don't want to be married, log off now. If you want to stay married and be happy, let's do this thing. Welcome to
Jason Goliath.
Stuart Taylor.
Welcome to the Learner Husband Podcast.
Thank you for having me, sir.
Listen, so I said you are truly one of the most confident people I know, right?
I receive.
But are you as confident as a husband?
Extraordinarily confident as a husband.
The longer you take to answer these questions, the less points you get.
Go.
What's your favorite flowers?
Doesn't like flowers. So the only woman that I've never ever bought flowers in my life is my wife.
How lucky are you in life?
But dude, my wife's attitude is, why would you buy me something that I must look after and that is definitely going to die? Like, buy me something nice. You're spending nice money. Why would you buy me something that is going to die?
The cynicism of it.
Never bought my wife. I've never bought flowers for my wife.
I actually think that's like the short end of the stick, because flowers is just, it makes everything better. It's easy to get. It's available at the engine.
You see, if you're buying your wife flowers at the engine, then we already need to have a long conversation about your decisions in your life. You really need to, if your get out of jail free card is available at engine.
Jason, we got a blazing florist at our engine. I don't know which engine you at.
Yeah, I'm sure, Stu. I'm sure.
I've hung out with you and your wife. Do you know what is very clear to anyone who finds themselves in your circle is that you guys are friends?
Yes.
Was it is that the standard? Let's first, I'm gonna marry my friend.
My wife is my G. She's not even, because you have your friends and then you have your G.
Right.
My wife is my G. I can roll anywhere with my wife, to the point where it's annoying for me, because now when I do go places alone, people are looking past me to say, where is your wife? So definitely very, very intentional. And in retrospect, I don't see how you survive in a marriage if you're not friends with your wife. Because marriage is the hardest thing I've ever done.
No, it is. Listen, I think it's, you must be brasa.
Yeah.
You must be brasa. And then you guys went and broke the rules, my friend. You eloped.
Yes, sir.
How many aunties stopped speaking to you?
None.
Are you serious?
You forget, colored culture, it works in phases. So before the age of 25, they're worried about hair and complexion, family lineage.
Yeah.
Does the child have children? Between 25 and 30, they start prepping you to go, hey, you're moving into that age group now where you're going to have to start looking at women and children. After 30, as long as you're not bringing home a man, your ma and your aunties are over the moon, bruh.
Yeah,
and that's the truth of where we come from. So by the time I got married, they were just happy that we were getting married. And literally, my friend and I were going to have the big-ass wedding and spend the R1 million. And then we looked at the list of people, and we were trying to get the list. I'll never forget, we wanted to do it at the Westcliff, and we were trying to get this list to 250. And then I was going to sign. And then I was like, why are we spending all of this money on these people? We don't even like most of these people.
Yeah, they've shut out the food, and then you're still paying off that thing, my friend.
I'll never forget looking at my friend and going, let's eat this money ourselves. And she was like, what do you mean? I said, let's go on a holiday or a honeymoon that we cannot afford. Let's be Jay-Z and Beyonce for a couple of days. And she was like, in is in.
this is how invested my mom was. Like, we were like, regret no children. We were at that point.
Yes,
like,
yes.
maybe just no children.
Yeah.
And my mother was like, well, if then maybe you don't want me at your wedding either. Like, it was those vibes.
I know those ones.
Yeah, then we realized, we're just doing a wedding for our parents.
Yeah, and like I say, I think we were just really lucky that we got married so late. Our parents were over it. Also, I don't think it's for everybody, but if it's for you, it's the best thing you're ever going to do. Like, it's one of the greatest things we ever did. I've met many married couples. 9 out of 10 are exhausted, frustrated, and actually not happy on their big day, if they're honest.
Dude, you know nothing. You know what happened with us was we got to relive our wedding a year later. Check this out. So Eliska was working at a company, and she did all the research. Like, this is your photographer, this is your meal, this is your menu, this is your everything. So she then took that book and gave it to her bra in HR. And we got invited to their wedding.
And she just a cut and paste.
A cut and paste. So we got to go
how was your wedding?
It was amazing. The food was delicious.
Lovely.
Not at my actual wedding, but at the at the cut and paste version. I was like, is this what people are having? Bruh, the halal table had crayfish.
Come on!
Like, oh, this was fantastic.
Come on! Why is that halal crayfish so much cheaper than other crayfish? We need an investigation.
We must have an investigation. You know how we know we ate? Because we saw pictures of us eating.
Oh, nice.
There was a picture of us, not even eating, there were pictures of us with food in front of us. But if you asked us on the day, we're like, no, we don't know.
It reminds me always of your matric dance and how much pressure you put on it and you build it up in your head. And then that thing is over in the blink of an eye. Like, you stressed about this thing for 12 years of school.
Yeah.
And then it's over before you know it.
Literally.
You drunk kissed some girl, a bad kiss. You weren't even good at kissing, most of us. You know what I mean? You did funny things. And then it was over. So with the wedding thing, I will say this. My only concern was, are we going to get to a point where 10 years down the line, my fro turns around and goes, you robbed me of this experience.
Right,
because,
right.
Because, you know, young girls are indoctrinated to have the
of
big
course,
fairy
bro.
tale, white dress, you know, the thing. And that was my concern. My fro is great. She assured me that I won't. But then what I did was, I was like, I had to make sure that the honeymoon that we eloped to was ridiculous.
Right.
So if I could get the same amount of envy that most brides want at their actual wedding from every other woman in the thing going, I wish my wedding was like this, or this is the type of wedding I want, oh my God, I wish I had love like this. And if I could generate that type of envy for my wife, then I felt like my job would have been done. I made sure that she had the JJ Schoeman lace dress. We got married on the beach in that dress, you know what I mean? So we had a second ceremony on the beach. So I just made sure that also, you know what I mean, the pictures were enough. People were jealous, and it gives us a nice opportunity to renew vows. And I've been less, I won't lie. I've been less.
Yeah, listen, I mean, the renewal of vows is a lekker thing, and it's like you get to do it better the second time around because you won't make the same mistakes.
And you know what you're in for. Because I think that, you know what I mean, there's no amount of preparation that can prepare a man for what it's like to be married. Like, I don't think there's enough talking. I don't think there's enough understanding. And now that I'm in it, I feel like I want to do my vows again because now I'm going to mean the things that I'm saying.
Yes.
Because I understand, how difficult the thing is.
No, but that's exactly what the inspiration of Learn a Husband was like, yo, man, I arrived in this thing. No one prepped me for this. There was no manual.
No.
And so now I'm left chatting to my brasa.
Fools leading fools. This is the problem. This
blind
is the problem. You know how
leading the
angry I
blind.
was at my father that he didn't give me all the ins and outs. My father told me basic stuff. If the food is not lekker, don't say it's lekker because you're going to make that every week. So you must learn to just keep quiet if the thing is not nice. Don't be saying it's delicious if the thing is not delicious.
Can I say that that's solid advice, my
It
friend?
is great advice. It is great advice. But my dad maybe gave me that and the classic, you must look at the mother. Before you
look at the mother, then you know what the vibe
and I mean,
is.
they've made ads. I think it was Alan Gray made one of those things of think about the future.
Yeah, what's the future
Think about your future. And my mother-in-law was beautiful, so I was like, in his let's tell her. But other than that, my pali gave me very sparse advice. He did not warn me enough.
What my dad gave me, don't sweat the petty things. Like,
That's top advice.
that is very.
That's top. But you don't even understand what petty things are when
I
you're
had
getting
no
married.
idea, my friend.
You don't even understand. You
Yeah,
just
I'm
heard,
sweating
you
everything.
heard, don't sweat the panty things. Then you're like, that's when we're supposed to sweat. You know what I mean?
Don't pet the sweaty things.
There
is
you
what
see,
I-
there you go. There you go.
I really love this Learn a Husband podcast.
chats that I get to have. And I get really great comments from you guys. So thank you very much if you do enjoy the podcast. There's one way that you can help me out though. Very simply, you can hit the like button. Secondly, you can hit the subscribe button. That really helps me. But thirdly, you can share it with your friends and your family. We're going to become this community of people who love laughing together. But you've kind of crossed the Rubicon, because you were telling me you went on a course.
Yes.
Like a proper, genuine, how does this marriage thing work? Tell me, speak, say more.
Best investment I've ever made in my life. So I'll yes, you know, you're putting me under pressure now. These are things that I haven't approved in the household to discuss in the streets. But I mean, we are here now, and you know, let's hope.
Broad strokes, the high level.
No. I think that you kind of get to a point, and I think it's so easy. A lot of couples get to that point where you know you love each other, you know this is your person, but you know you just have moments where you don't feel heard. Moments where you don't feel that somebody's empathizing with what you're going through. And I think that, you know, my wife and I are like obsessed with each other. And it was very difficult to go, I'm obsessed with you. I don't want to be with anybody else. I only want to be with you for the rest of my life. So why are these things plying us? Why are these things difficult? Why are these things hard? Why are we butting heads over what your father's saying, like petty, the small, you know, bullshitty things? And it's so easy as a man to get to a point where if you're doing what you think you're supposed to be doing, your wife must just kind of let you live. And why is she giving you such a hard time? Why must she be on you? And out of nowhere, my fro's brother, bless him, Cleve, thank you for saving my marriage. My wife's brother goes, hey, you've got to try this course. We did this course years ago, and it's a course through the church. So the Owens were like, hey, bro, you're going to a church course. And I was like, hey, my man, if this woman can't listen to the Lord, how's this woman going to listen to me? If she can't hear the voice from above.
I've got the top G.
You know what I mean?
I've
you
got
call
the
in the
top
main
G.
O to come and talk.
To
you
sort
call
out
the
this
main
marriage over here.
And that was my kind of joke, but there was just something in me.
Did you think you were going to walk in there for her to improve? Was that the vibe?
100%.
Like, hey man, I'm doing this well.
100.
Let me take you to this thing.
You know when you take a child back to her father? I was like, I'm taking this one back to the factory to just complain about some of the settings.
To reset the settings over here.
And that's how I felt. I was like, no, literally, I'm going to Dala. And then when I arrived, and it's this thing called, go and look it up, it's called Married for Life, MMI in a lot of marriage ministries international in a lot of spaces, and it happens all over the world. And they've got this 12-step program. Most things happen in a 12-step program.
Does, yeah.
Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous, Marriage Anonymous is basically where I was. Hi, my name is Jason, and fuck it, this thing of marriage is hard. That's how, you know what I mean? And, bruh, the most enlightening investment I've ever made. On the first day, I realized that I'm not there for her, I'm there for me. And instead of looking at the marriage in terms of what I can get out of this marriage based on what I put in, it made me reassess what I'm putting in. It made me reassess how I'm putting it in. It made me accept hard things like my wife is generally a reflection of me. And what I'm often frustrated by is stuff that I'm sowing into this relationship. But a simple thing. I'll give you a simple thing. I, as a 44-year-old man when I did this course, did not understand or never just thought about it to become conscious of the difference between a covenant and a contract. Contracts create natural expectation, and the more you're able to remove expectation, the happier I think your marriage becomes. Under a covenant, it's not a contract. Every argument happens in covenant instead of in contract. Every conversation happens in covenant instead of in contract. And I just think it was so ignorant of me to think I know how to navigate this thing. I never read one K53 for marriage, but I read K53 to drive a car, which is a very simple thing compared to a marriage. You know what I mean? So it really, really just helped me understand forgiveness, vulnerability, honesty, roles. Defining your roles in your house. What are what is your role? What is my role? What do I think your role should be? What do you think your role should be?
Yeah, because we just inherit those things,
100%.
And then if you didn't grow up in the same way I did, then roles must now.
And it does. Even if you're neighbors, you grew up different, bro.
100%.
It's so weird. It
100%.
is so weird. We grew up so differently. Expectations are now so different. But it was the best thing I've ever done. And my marriage has never been stronger. Like, honestly, best investment I've ever made in me and in me to make into this unbelievable.
Hey, I will cheers that Living in the covenant, not in the
covenant,
contract.
boy. In covenant, not in contract.
Goliath is
very
in
big
covenant,
difference.
not in contract.
My guy. Covenant is a very sexy thing. Very, very nice.
So you host a podcast called The Happiness Economy.
Yes.
What is the one piece of advice you've gotten in the happiness economy that you've like really implemented in your marriage?
That I've implemented in my marriage. That's a great question. The one piece of advice in the happiness economy is so it's about gratitude, acceptance, and perspective. And talking and doing the show helps me apply that in all areas of my life.
Okay.
So in order for your marriage to be great, you have to understand why you're grateful for it. Why are you grateful for your wife? Why are you grateful that she chose you? Why are you grateful that this is the life you get to live? Acceptance is a thing I apply all the time because I think men struggle with the idea of this is it. This is the best version of my life. I choose this. I accept that this is it. I think women, a lot easier, once they decide that this is my guy, this is my guy. They don't see other guys. You know what I mean? They don't see other guys. And a lot of men kind of have that thing in the back of their head of there's something better out there for me. So every time you have a fight, you know, reopening the DMs, etc., etc. Then acceptance was accepting that this is the best version of my life, accepting that I choose this version of my life, and accepting that in order for this version of my life to be its best, I have to let go of the previous version of my life.
You're right.
So I have to allow Jason the Bachelor to go out to pastures and fully embrace Jason the husband. And then perspective is just about always, again, under covenant, doesn't matter what my wife is doing, I can manage my perspective to justify that she's acting within the covenant. And I do that thing on the regular.
Yay. Yeah, you are, my friend.
I mean,
with the advices.
My guy, I'm a pali now. I am the guy you come to when you have questions and you need answers.
You're a sage,
come
my
see
friend.
Uncle Jason.
In 1 or 2 sentences, what is the rule for mixing work and love? Because you and your wife work together as well. I mean, she sort of works with you. I don't want to say for you, with you. You know, if you've got projects on the go, what's the rule for mixing the work and the love?
Don't dollar. Keep your love and your work separate. Keep your love and your work separate because it's hard. Now look.
Listen, because that thing will bleed, eh?
Yeah,
you know, a fight in the boardroom will bleed into the bedroom.
Because let me tell you, that do you know how shit it is to be woken up on a babalas Monday morning by a work colleague instead of your wife? Because a colleague doesn't give a fuck about how you feeling. Your wife is supposed to nurture you and feel lacquer. Now my wife can easily wake up 2 hours before me. She's already seen all the things I was supposed to do. I haven't done them. Now you've been woken up out of a sleep by a colleague going, "Hey, you didn't do this, and this." And that thing can ruin a relationship. So where possible, don't dollar. And if you do dollar, again, define the roles, define the expectations.
Yeah.
And good luck being your wife's boss. Good luck trying to be a boss.
Don't shake me awake at before 11 o'clock on a Monday morning. That's the parameter.
And no, the parameter is not only once you shake me awake, you must be gentle, preferably with a cup of coffee. Then you must give me half an hour just to at least choose my happy, because you can derail my whole week.
You're asking for way too much.
No, bruh, we don't have children. What else must she do than do these things? We don't have kids. And let me tell you, I have such an amazing wife, because it's not fair, bruh. So you know, our game is an energy game. So I'm not an accountant. An accountant can go and do the balance sheet miserable with the argument with his wife in the back of his mind.
Yeah.
We're walking into a room where they're relying on our positive energy.
And if you bring in that baggage...
then they can smell it. The stage amplifies those things. To say, this one is a wounded lion here. This one is rough. You can see tail between his legs, this one. So then I'm just like, no, you must be able to go happy. So like, my wife is in a point where she's so good to me, bruh. I can say to my vrouw, baby, I know this is important to you, and I know that you're angry, and I know you want to fight about this now, but this is going to have to be paused. We can pick this fight up when I come back home.
Whew, very mature there.
My guy.
Very mature.
Unbelievable woman.
Then the thing I will learn from that is don't bottle it up. Just to say it out is, listen, man, I need you to protect my space now.
You can't dodge it, but that's again the thing of working together. So if we're going to work together and be married together, you have to understand what I do and what it takes to do what I do at the level that I do it. And that means there's sacrifices, hard things have to be given up. Otherwise you can't tell her. Then you can't now be expecting the Maldives, but you give me shit in the morning, we can't pay for the Maldives. That's why, where are we going? Where are we going? We are going to Polokwane. We are going to Wild Waters. We are going to Bella Bella. What's that place called where all the colors from Joburg? I wish I could remember now. We're going to the park. I almost feel like Cape Town's version will be that. What's that? Is that casino out there with that?
Booster.
No. It's got that sounds like it's somewhere there in the Mykonos, man.
Which Mykonos do you want to go to, baby?
You see,
the one on the west coast or the one with the warm water?
Decide your life, darling. Decide your life. We're in this thing together.
Okay, cool. If you were to run late, what is the text you got to send your wife before?
Oh, my wife knows I'm late already because I'm always late. So my wife knows I'm late. I'm terrible. I'm horrible. I'm the worst person. I'm always late, but I don't miss things. That's the most important thing.
Okay, rather late than never.
Like I was the last person to board my flight coming here, and when I got to the gate, the lady that was checking people in said to the security, I told you this guy's always late. Welcome, Goliath. And then the security was like, yeah, she told me that you're always late. So I don't have to send a text, but if you're going to be late, you got to send the text before you're late. You must consider your vrouw, and you must consider her movements and what she's busy doing. So like, for example, if I'm going to be too late for dinner, I can't be sending that message after the onions are in the pot, my friend. Now this meat has been defrosted, this cooking must continue. Right. So I must try and get the messages out. And most times if we think logically, we can, get around those things. But the earlier you communicate, the better, and be honest. Don't lie. I've learned lessons about lying. If I'm going to be home 1:45, I'll say I'm going to be home on the dot. Then I surprise you 1:45. It feels earlier again.
A buffer.
Yeah. Exaggerate the other way.
Okay, that's clever advice.
Yeah.
Exaggerate the other way.
100%.
Don't say I'll be home at 1:45.
No.
I'll be home at...
No. Yeah. I make it worse. Because it's easier now if you're angry, and I come in now, you're happy. But now you're happy at 1:45 and I'm not there. And then now I'm in that last few minutes, I'm around the corner, and then you start lying more. So then I'd rather just say, no, I'm very late. I'm very late, and then I surprise her, nice things. So what you looking for, a pen?
I'm looking for my phone so I can send my wife a message.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to be very late tonight. Myself and Jason are going out for dinner now. We're going to be very late.
That's it. And Jason looks like he's in the mood to drink. You must set it up as bad as possible.
Okay. Jason's going to drink. I'm probably drinking more.
100%.
But we're going to be very late.
And then when I get home early.
9 o'clock,
she's brought a chocolate. And Guys, whatever. Your wife don't smoke though. Guys get me out of trouble a lot. But you come with a chocolate, come with a snack. Come with any sweet or sour gummy. You know those gummies?
Big thanks to the team here at Moto Village in the southern suburbs of Cape Town for hosting this episode of the Learner Husband podcast. Moto Village is basically a petrol-head's dream come true. You can pop in for a coffee, come buy your dream car, or even have your car detailed at the Glossfather, or take care of full body repairs. But the best part is that this unique space is available for hire. So give them a call to inquire about using the space for your next event. I'm going to have to go sit and watch this episode again to distill all the pearls of wisdom you've thrown before me.
I mean, are they pearls? I don't know. Are they true? Everything. I always say to people, please don't ask me questions you don't want the answers to. I don't like to lie. I'll just tell you the truth.
But I like the answers that you gave. Jason Goliath, thanks for joining me.
Can I just say, and I hope this makes those cut down things that you put on social media, you and your vrouw are a phenomenal example to young couples coming up. Like I remember watching you and your vrouw way before I got married, and you and your vrouw you make it look easy. You and your vrouw are the same, well, from a friend's point of view.
Yeah.
That myself and my wife are. and you and your vrouw look like you skinner about all of us.
Oh,
like
100%.
you look like you talk shit about me to your wife
100%.
regularly, and that
Everyone.
that is
You must have that one person.
100%.
Must have that one
And that person that can look in the person's face that you were talking shit about and smile. So nice to see you.
Meanwhile,
he speaks about you all the time. So nice to finally meet you.
Yeah.
And I'm in that relationship.
Yeah.
Do not tell me stuff that my wife is not supposed to hear.
No. We used to slut the skinner in front of them. We were at the comedy after party, and then she was sitting on my lap, and Angel Campy was sitting across.
Yes.
And she's like, "Look at you two, like two teenage idiots
really
over here
are.
talking shit about everyone in this room."
You also give me faith for leaning into the seasons, because this thing is long.
It is
And
long.
then in the time that I know you, in the 14 years that I've known you, I've watched you fall in love with your wife 3 times. Like it, and I see
That's a
that.
nice way of saying I've watched you fall out of love with your wife 2 times.
No. Ilaska, please don't let this man twist my words. You know what I'm trying to say. And he just keeps finding you more attractive and learning more things about you. And it's so lekker to allow your person to become a different person.
Yes.
Because you want to lock them into this thing and the expectation of what they're supposed to become. And then when I watch the two of you, there is this adoration for the humans that you are still becoming. Like you're becoming better, and therefore your love is becoming better. And that shit gives us hope, bruh, because it's hard.
Hey, ditto to you, Jason Goliath. What a beautiful example of a marriage. Thanks for your insights.
Thank you, Stuart Taylor, and to everybody out there that's rushing to the chapel, pump your brakes, boys. This thing is forever. This thing is not easy. Even when you do it with the right person, there's no need to be rushing. Now her mother-in-law's got you buying a diamond for no reason. If you're not ready for forever and ever, amen, just a little bit of clutch control. Go easy. Do not rush to the chapel.
That's how I know you're very different to any other husband. Other husbands were like, no, you must get married.
No, exactly. That's what all my friends were trying to do from 25. Come to the other side while they cry themselves to sleep. No.
It's been a joy. Thank you very much for tuning in. Guys, as always, questions and comments down below, and we'll chat to you online.